Last episode, I narrowly lost to Real Madrid 2-1 at the Bernabeu, and so I'm going to start off this episode by signing Pukki as a backup striker for my team, who hopefully will be able to offer me an option in cup competitions and things like that. I don't really intend to play him that much, but we'll see. Especially if I get an injury, it's nice to have a player who's young, who will improve, and who's also not half bad. And so I talked to the press before my next game of the season against RC Deportivo, and I decided to motivate Koscielny, and unfortunately it said Stevie warns poor Koscielny, which isn't exactly what motivate means in my book, but I guess it's just a game. And Lyon came back with my counter offer and said 13.5 million would be the fee they were willing to pay for Feghouli, and I decided to accept it to see if I could sign anyone in deadline day. So I'm almost coming to the end of the transfer window now, and I decided to put in a bid for Sissoko, if you saw last episode, and I managed to agree a fee of around 4.7 million or something like that. Earlier on in the transfer window, I agreed a fee of 5 million and kept on stalling until eventually it went, expired. So maybe if I could get him for a tiny bit cheaper, I thought it'd be quite a good idea. I still had 12 million to deal with after signing Sissoko in the transfer window. And you'll see now who my main target was, who I wanted to sign on deadline day. And that was Jesus Navas. He was put up on the transfer list, so I thought I would try my luck and see if I could get him. So I offered 12.5 million. He's rated 85 overall, and although he's not that young, he's 26, he's still got quite a few years left in him. So I thought if I was able to get him, he'd be great for the team. So we're going into the second game of the season now against RC Deportivo. I stuck with pretty much the same lineup, Guardado and Sturridge starting. I decided to drop Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain for a game or so, and Tarat was played through in the 3rd minute here, who played a great ball over to Keita, and unfortunately he blazed his shot well over. Now I kept on knocking on the door here. Keita is such a great player in this game. I think he plays for some Ukrainian side at the moment now. I'm not sure why he was even part of Villarreal's squad. From what I got gathered on Wikipedia, he never even played for them. And if that's the case, I can't see how I was able to sign him if he had just joined them in the game. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, you guys can update me in the comment section below as always. And unfortunately, my defending was so poor. I do find it's really difficult in world class. And I went 1 goal down, Comunas, I'm not too sure how to say that name, sorry. And I was losing 1-0 at home to Deportivo. It was a big drawback considering I played so well against Real Madrid and unfortunately just managed to lose. But I kept on piling pressure onto his goal, and I just couldn't find the breakthrough. Raul Pereira had a really great opportunity there on his left foot and blazed his shot well over, and they just kept going through again. Yunus Kabul, I think that was, made a great last ditch tackle, and I went in at half time losing 1-0. Now I really wanted to get something out of this game. Losing 2 games in a row was really not good for the team, and Soldado was played through here. He's really not that fast, but he had enough strength to shrug off the defender and found the bottom of the corner of the net, and he managed to equalise. And so I really thought I would be able to push on from that point and grab a winner here. A nice comeback would have been great, and Soldado got the ball played into him here and played a great ball over the top to Keita. I mean, his pace is just unbelievable. I think it's like 92 or something, and he takes his chance extremely well. I probably could have played it across there, but I thought I'd managed to find the corner with Keita, and thankfully was able to. So I went 2-1 up, and I thought I'd be able to see out the game in the 79th minute, and unfortunately that's just not quite what happened. Somehow the ball managed to bounce into the net, and I just couldn't quite believe it, to be honest. And to make matters worse, in the 90th minute, I went 3-2 down. I guess I really have to get used to how when you play on world class difficulty, if you switch off for any second, they're just going to play a really good ball through your whole defence and split you just like that. So I was extremely disappointed at that point. I'd lost both games of the season so far, and I really had to win my next game or the season wasn't going to end well for me. I wanted a challenge for the title. I really want to win it, but at the moment with my current form, it's really not good enough. So that's going to bring me to the end of this episode now. Next episode, it will be transfer deadline day, so hopefully I'll be able to sign someone good. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Sorry about the result, but we have to look onwards and upwards, and hopefully we'll start climbing the table soon. Peace.